Hello everybody, welcome to my tutorial of building a mist generator. In this video I'm going to build that thing step by step with you. In case you aren't familiar with the concept, a mist generator is a contraption that spreads water finely dusted all over your dwarfs, making them insanely happy. So this design is best built somewhere where you have high traffic, and this concept is very easy to build and easy to understand, and let's get started. So we're going to build our example mist generator here. A mist generator always spans 2 floors, so this is going to be the pump room, and down here is where the mist will actually spread. So the first thing we require are a couple of statues. So the statues are going to be placed in the corners here. These are going to be the points where the mist will spread. And the last corner here will be enclosed by walls, because this is going to be where we store our water that will power the mist generator. So the next thing we require to do is go upstairs and put some tunnels in there. So we dig away the floor on these 4 corner tiles here. Very, very important. Next step, we build the power transmission. This will look always differently in your own fortress. Here we are connecting these with axles. So as a rule of thumb, if you want to connect things, just make sure that when you traverse height levels that you remove the floors before you try to connect height levels via vertical axles or gear assemblies. Very, very important. So here we just let the power flow from here on over there. Very simple concept. The walls here are almost finished. We do require one last piece of wall, and then we can go upstairs here. Next step, we build our pumps. So screw pumps. We pump first into this direction. So we take water from this corner and pump it on over to the statue. Then we go over to the next direction, southwards, and pump that over to the next statue. Then we take it from this corner and take it into that direction, down to this statue. And then we take the water from this point, get it back into the reservoir, and rinse and repeat. So to keep these things perfectly connected, we're going to require one other thing, and that's one gear assembly here, which will connect this machine and that machine. And then we will of course require 2 more axles, one connecting the machine down here and one connecting the machine down here. So this will be built in a moment. Meanwhile, let's set up the water pond. So you will go over to the pit pond menu and you set up one of these things, and you click it and configure it to be a pond. So if you have now a bucket available and somebody on the water hauling duty, if there's ever a problem, you can also assign that as a custom job. I'll write it here. And then now it'll only take a moment until these are, well, delivered. So what'll happen now is that somebody here will drop the water inside the zone there, and then our machine is almost ready. So while this is being built, I want to explain to you folks how this whole thing is actually meant to work. So the water will be taken from here, dumped on that statue. Interestingly enough, the pump here will take the water immediately before it flows away from the statue, and then pump it over to the statue here. What'll happen every time when the water travels to one of these corners is it will splash on top of the statue and produce mist. And the most fun part about all this is the water will never leak on the bottom, because it's always going to stay in motion. And that's the fun part about it, because it will always be pumped in the circle. There's never going to be any leakage, no nothing. It's a very, very easy and simple concept. The only problem with it can be sometimes that you just don't have had the foresight to have built that on a heavy traffic area. That's most of the time the biggest issue with building a mist generator, because the concept is dirty easy. Especially since this one piece of water here is literally all it takes. We're just waiting for the last mechanism to be deposited, and then we can just fire up the machine. So the whole thing here will require roughly 100 energy, but that's mostly because of the long power transmissions. Every pump requires 40 energy. Every gear assembly requires, if I remember correctly, also 10 energy. I can't remember now anymore. I'm sorry. We're going to check this out in a second. And the gist of it is you should better bring enough power to get the thing going. So now let's pull the lever and see that thing in motion. It's a wonderful concept, and the best thing about it is when you put it on into a high traffic area, it's basically free happiness. Because seriously, the most problematic thing is to get the power production going, and once that's been dealt with, you have a endless source of oh, I was sorry, that was the wrong lever. We have to activate the pump, of course. So you have an endless source of happiness for your dwarfs, which is outright amazing. So can somebody please pull that lever so we can see the thing in motion now? So yeah, that's been a little bit of a misclick there, but I bet that it's only a short matter of time. Of course, the slowest dwarf available has to go for the lever. It had to be like that. Okay, now things get in motion, and as you see there, fine mist. No sputtering, no splatters, nothing, no water on the ground as you see here, only pure mist. And whenever somebody is going to travel through that, happiness is applied. You need to use statues because I don't know of any other piece of furniture that has the same characteristics like splashing the water around it. Let me know if there's any other method of doing it. Also, worth mentioning, you can also lengthen this whole thing. You just need to worry about the power transmission. So you could easily place down another pump there and another pump and then just daisy chain it up there. What's important is that you have a cycle where the water is just being transported, and then if you can power the pumps, you can technically let the water travel over as many statues as you want to. There's literally no difference or no limit to that as far as I can see. Alrighty, so I hope you found that helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or any cool ideas what to say about this concept that I haven't catch up yet. I always love to learn more about Dwarf Fortress. Leave a thumbs up on that video if you enjoyed. It makes it more visible for everybody, therefore it helps other people to find that thing. And of course, consider subscribing. There's daily new content coming up from my side. You will find a playlist link in the description box if you want to see all the other tutorials for Dwarf Fortress I made. So, that being said, I thank you so much for watching this video. Have a nice day, and see you soon.